It's week 2 of the National Football League. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner, who played his part to perfection last week with 3 interceptions. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Jones looking to throw another first play. He'll hit Jackson complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
From the 44, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because
he rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Jones, another shot here after the pick 6. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now Jones. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. They try again with Lewis. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jones. That's caught by Myers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the lane closes up quickly as we get about 3 down to the 38.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a give, right side. Isaac, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
That momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you, you know. If people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30, and he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage.
And New York set to take the field. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. Looking for his tight end on the corner. That's complete. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Play action. It's Burrow. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that away.
Top series for the passing game. Things just about clicking. Come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. The Dolphins played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've gone to the half in that one with the visiting Saints out on top. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns thus far. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play.
Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a give, right side. Isaac. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On 1, ready?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting move there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and run, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Back to throw. Jones. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
On
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Isaac. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On 2nd and 10, Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Up the middle here, it's Lewis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Lewis. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
New York set to take the field.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Isaac. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit. You stayed in bounds or kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Isaac. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Stop.
first down right back to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. On second down, a run with Hall. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
A nice little juke. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And the crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still first down.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start.
Here's Hall again.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit.
Touchdown, Jets!
Breece Hall
from 3 yards out.
And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
42.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Burrow will throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
Gun. Stop.
Up the middle they go. Isaac. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Here we go.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on their way to a 2-0 start. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.